Kyna on the same characters they just made their journey here with. And I'm ready to see how these gauntlets can fare against these two.
So the last time Sack and Kyna were on the winner's side of the bracket, it was against Fiend and Use, and they went 0-3 against these players. Then went down onto the elimination side of the bracket, and oh my goodness, the way they're starting this game out, the damage that they put out on Wess, the possible KO potential that they have against Wess. Wess was the one running wild previously, and yet all of a sudden now, he's the first person taken out. 30 seconds into the game. It looks like Kyna and Sack, at least so far in this game, are finding the solution that Fiend and Use could not.
They are heated up. That was such a nice start from the two. Oh my god!
Oh man, that's unfortunate that the ground pound ended up hitting like on the stage rather than getting that beautiful spike. It looks like they're still going to get this KO anyway. The dodge did not come off a cooldown in time after being used, and despite those early KOs, we're at a basically even game.
Definitely a very, very even game, even after that hot start. But now, Power Ranger putting these blasters to use, setting up situations for Wess. Wess going up a little too high there, not getting the hit, and the Sayer will land on both players, actually. So they're going to eat a big chunk of damage. Look at the damage on the blue team right now. Look at that.
Wess.
It's picking up.
Oh,
it's picking
my
up.
gosh. Wess on the left side hit the side light, knew the dodge down was coming. Boom, here comes the side signature. Okay, I did my work on the East or the West Coast. Now I need to go to the right side. I'm going to go take a flight, take a quick one, a PJ over to the East Coast. I'm going to get a KO over there as well.
Oh my goodness, that man used his travel points for that, I'll tell you that much. Here we go, off the side. Are you gonna let him do this? Good job landing the recovery and getting the chase dodge. I don't know how Wess could have made that happen, but Kyna with the gravity sig is gonna make the game tied. Power Ranger out here alone hurt pretty bad.
Okay, what's going on with Kyna now? We saw the GCD sig, then we saw the side sig, then we saw the neutral sig. Did Kyna do any of that the rest of the previous games at all whatsoever?
Not really at all.
Saving that for grand finals here. Unfortunately, it didn't really do anything other than that first D-Sig in the long run. I do want to see some more usage of that. Love a D-Sig on Bodvar. I talk about it all the time. I also love the D-Sig on Brawlhalla. So hopefully Kyna can use that here as well. That is going to be a KO, and the next one is going to follow. One for Wess, one for Power Ranger right there at the end. Look at those numbers, dude. Wess is doing it every time. The majority of the KOs, the majority of the damage. But it's not like Power Ranger is failing or anything. Wess is truly just a monster.
You have got to, you got to feel like you're in some type of danger when you start off the way that you did and you still end up losing. Look at Wess. And boom, the teamwork goes up with the recovery Wess did, and it just made Kyna go into a situation to where you had to get recovered by Power Ranger.
Man, look at those first wedges all the way along the graph. Wess and Power Rangers first wedge did not last very long. They lost those stocks super early. Look how much longer Kyna's and Sack's ended up going. But in the long run, it didn't matter because Wess on that second stock, it lasted so long, put out so much damage, found so many KOs, so many follow-ups, so many startups that Power Ranger could then follow up off of and do similar things.
It's not about the start, it's about the finish. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Sack tried to take Wess off the side and finish him off for good. Trying to get that first stock out there. Nice ground pound. Nice weapon throw. And that will be the end of Wess's stock. No fast fall from Power Ranger to get a recovery and get him back up there.
I'll tell you what though, it's tough. You can't just be like, oh yeah, cool, we got him, we knocked him out. Because like, okay, that happened last game too, dog. You need to keep that going because it's looking like we might get a full team wipe onto the blue team. Power Ranger out here has the gauntlets in hand. One thing we haven't seen from Power Rangers cross, there's one, there's two, and all of a sudden we have a red team lead.
You see my man's Wess with the pivot, slide off, and landing that neutral signature. That was clean gameplay. But man, Power Ranger finally going to lose the first one, and still very even game. Like you said, they got the stock off of Wess instantly, and it does not matter because you're still tied.
He's so good. He really is so good at 2v2. He can dissect all of the chaos. Bad things, horrible things can happen to Wess, and it just brushes off his back. He did fall there, but man, it's hard to even sit here and praise that because it's like, okay, Wess still has one more stock, dude. You still got to keep it going. You got to do that 3 times. You did it 2, which is a very commendable effort. Wess was coming in, hopefully trying to interrupt that. Didn't quite get the hitboxes out that he needed. Power Ranger might take a stock loss. No, he ends up getting back. There wasn't enough pressure coming out from the blue team. He finally does fall.
I gotta look at Kyna's decision making.
Okay, now you can celebrate.
My God.
Now you can celebrate. You can have some celebration. I think you definitely earned that one. 4 stocks to Power Rangers 1.
Kyna's decision making throughout, I was gonna say just this game, but no, all in all, my gosh, right where you needed to be. But Kyna's been really, this is what I was talking about from last set. Kyna's like, I'm going to be where I need to be at. I'm not going to overextend for anything. But whenever it's there, I'm going to seize the opportunity. And we're seeing that right now. What a ground pound. Just dodged right out of the way, got above him, and said, I know you got to get back on here. You're a little too low for the side air to touch the stage. I'm getting you out of here.
Now, in this one, we're seeing low damage numbers all across the board. On the red team, that's because they ended up getting knocked out very quickly. On the blue team, that means it's because they were that efficient with the KOs. They were taking Wess out so early. They were then also taking Power Ranger out so early on that one. So just incredible play from the blue team. Ended up taking that one, tying it up 1-1 in the set.
I like the attempt. Oh, wow. I don't know about that one. Got hit by your teammate, Wess. Essentially is the one that got Power Ranger out of there. It's going to be a KO count for Sack because he cleaned it up, but he was only there because Wess landed that neutral signature.
Kind of coming in. Oh, taking out Wess's first stock. Kyna and Sack, the only ones living. Yo, they're putting out so much pressure on Power Ranger over on the right side as Wess is spawning back in. That's going to be a quick KO. Kyna, I've heard so many axe connections, and I think most of them are from Kyna.
Definitely are. Oh, Sack said I got something to say. He landed a few.
I take it back. Oh, this double axe is so fearsome. That's what Remy was talking about, man. Not a lot of people still playing axe. Definitely not a lot of double axe coming out.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, it might have got nerfed, but that axe is still dangerous.
I don't know, bro. I know why people aren't playing as much. You see Cross today?
Yeah,
you see Cross this weekend? Come on. I can understand not necessarily why you're not playing axe, but why you are playing Cross.
I definitely feel you on that one. Okay, big damage on Wess, but at the same time, kind of stock is going to go. So you eat a little bit of damage. Oh, wasn't able to complete the combo. Tried to slide back. I know that was a side light, but he went for a Sair. Did both? No, okay. I saw a little bit too much confetti on the screen. I couldn't tell if both went down.
Now, we got the dodge out from Power Ranger. Sack was going to finish that up with a recovery off the top, but Power Ranger used his dodge. Unfortunately, we didn't see too much pressure coming out from Kyna. Just kind of stuck to the ground. Maybe kind of let up the punish a little bit, but they ended up getting the stock overall in the end. Anyway, dodging up. Wess going to take some punishment here. Wires got crossed. Kyna now on final stock. They still have the 2v1 situation. That was a dodge burn.
Oh, you're donezo. That was, man.
That GC side light,
can I call that one a steamroll?
It kind of was, even though it wasn't like a 4-stock game for the blue team.
Wasn't like that.
I really don't know what that GC sidelight was coming out from Wess. I don't know if that was him being like, no one's going to expect this now. This is how I'm going to make a big play, but I don't really know what kind of big play you're making with a GC sidelight. Ended up burning his dodge in the process there, so that was definitely tough. That then led to essentially that free edge guard, which lost them the game, gave the victory to Kyna and Sack, who are now up 2-1 as we're about to head into Game 4, giving them the possibility. The dreams are still alive for the bracket reset potential.
I'm looking at Power Rangers damage. I mean, you have a chance to fight it again in the reset, but yeah, we're going to have to see some more hands thrown with those gauntlets. I need some more damage. If you're choosing for your gauntlets to be your weapon of choice, I'm needing 300.
I'm also going to need some more weapon throws coming out of this one. We're actually not seeing a lot of weapon throws, period, from this. It was like 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then Power Ranger was the one with 0 on the board. We're playing Brawlhalla. You need to be throwing that weapon. Definitely do it in 1s, definitely do it in 2s as well. Maybe they're just that worried about not being, or being without a weapon, being at that weapon disadvantage, because they know that they're not Fiend, who, I mean, has to register this one, has to register this one, probably has to register those feet as lethal weapons as well.
Yeah, when you've got the 2 axes running around on the stage and they're going to be keeping you from weapons, and then on the other side, you have a lance running around and that's going to be keeping you away from weapons, I don't know about throwing mine away either.
So
that's too dangerous.
We've seen some good adjustment coming out from Kyna and Sack. That time it was Sack doing quite a bit of damage, 610. But Kyna also did 489. And again, not taking too much damage whatsoever. Still being able to put it out while also not taking it. That seems to be a common theme here. Maybe not quite on the level of King Pugsy, one of the kings of the North. But still, incredible work so far from this Maggie Jala pick. That was a tough decision that Kyna had to make in the moment. There was a lot riding on it, as we saw in the beginning. Looking really rough to start off with, but knew that the potential was there. Said, I just need a little bit more time, have confidence in me. I trust this pick, so you should trust this pick as well.
They're going to have to trust in something, man, and I don't know exactly what that is. But both
Trust in
teams
each other.
have a long journey on their hands if they want to take this trophy home and take that big bread.
Oh, yeah, the lion's share of that prize pool. We're going to be getting on into this next game. We're coming here on to Brawlhalla. We haven't seen this stage too much. It was really the last time we saw it was Kyna and Sack playing the double Taros, and it did not go very well for them, if I remember correctly.
I forgot all about them starting off with those two because this comp right here has been so efficient.
Dude, the double axe on these 2 characters, I swear, they have different axes than Taros does. And it's not the startup. It's definitely not the startup because that's the same. But something about the vibe, man. Something
about the vibe. It's all about the vibe. You know what I'm saying? All right, covering the ground space with the neutral signature, Kyna getting the stock out there. Another pickup, and that was some good teamwork to get the other stock off of the red team, and blue team with a nice lead. It is looking like a reset if red can't do anything about this.
Now, one thing that they do need to be extremely careful about is literally that right there. Now, he picked it up on Sack, who might have led to the KO on other stages as well, but they have to worry about the blaster's recovery. The dump of force that it has on the final blast of it can take you out so early on this map. You get caught high enough when you're orange, you're going to be taken out. Or, you know, you can just hit some Rayman signatures, and they're going to drag you off the stage, push you closer to that blast zone, and then send you flying until you lose that stock.
The sound of that sig is exactly how the blue team sounds right now. You know what I'm saying? They're about to get a reset right now.
Oh, he's done.
Bro.
Dude, he was so done. He was like, yeah, okay, GG, go next, man. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. KOing your teammate there, like, man, the mental was completely destroyed for that game. Look at that.
I was looking at you when that happened, Spark. I did not see that one.
They had the whole kindergarten class cheering on that. That's what you heard in the background,
That's what
man.
I'm saying,
that was all of Sack's nieces and nephews going, yeah, woo! That's my uncle! But like in Portuguese.
Yeah, right. That's definitely not the words that would have been used. But, you know, subtitles.
Yo. Look at what we're seeing here. We're seeing the double Macho Man, the Wess Classic, the Power Ranger Classic here. They're going to be looking to swing on a completely different map. Kyna already done. Get him out of here. 18 seconds in. That was too long for Kyna to stay living on that first stock.
Yeah, they're not playing any games with this pick. They came in, they went ahead and said, okay, let's get into the next set. We are not going to joke around with these guys anymore. We're coming straight for their neck.
Ooh.
He lived?
What a follow-up on that, because the D-Light Cider would have not KO'd. Or at least I don't think it would have. From the middle of the stage, I don't think it would KO.
Oh, my gosh. That down signature, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a down signature that came out from Wess that got a KO, but right back at him, Sack and Kyna still holding on to a lead here because Sack has not lost that first stock. Good damage!
Are you kidding me? You picked up both, and then you picked up one, and then you picked up both again. What a sandwich there that you're eating. The best part really was the beginning and the end, which is the bread, which is not normally the best part of a sandwich.
Unless it's sourdough.
Oh, got another one! Are you kidding me? Getting both with that. Bro, what is this? The reset team, what is going on?
This isn't summer championships, bro. This is BOGO championships. Because I've been saying that all day. There's been so many 2-for-1s, buy one, get one specials. There was almost one right there.
Wes, what are you doing,
Wes,
bro?
why, my boy?
Teammate, man. Getting a little hasty on that one. I mean, like he saw what's been happening so far this game. This all of a sudden turn up from Kyna and Sack. Everything has all of a sudden changed. It started on Brawlhalla. It's continuing here.
You remember at the beginning of the game, Kyna got taken out like instantly?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that.
Do you see the game we're watching?
I see it.
Yeah, it's the same game.
It's the same game. Holy cow. Kyna on final stock, but so is Wess and Power Ranger. Kyna in the orange, Power Ranger's done. Wess is in the red, and now Wess is gone. Another double KO. It's just a big old stupid 2-for-1 special. All my Riff Raff fans out there know that one for sure.
Riff Raff. If you don't know who Riff Raff is, go watch the freestyles. That dude is hilarious.
I'm from Houston. You know that's my boy.
Hilarious. You're from Houston? I didn't know that.
I grew up in Katy.
Okay. Oh, right outside.
It doesn't really
right
count,
outside.
but it's like I say I'm from Chicago, but really I'm from Naperville.
I don't even know where that is, but the name of that place is amazing. Naperville. That is good stuff.
Don't worry about it. You don't need to know anything about Naperville.
You know, okay, so we're talking about good stuff.
Yeah.
It's very good for the blue team. They have the lead in the reset, but you know what's not good? How long Wess and Power Ranger took to pick their characters, because you can tell. They're talking about something over there, and they are trying to figure out, where are we going wrong? Why can we not handle these two?
Look at that first stock from Kyna. Look how I guess skinny that wedge is. Then look at the second one. It's so long. And then the first stock from Sack. Similar thing. It's right here. They put us on camera. It's like, that's huge. That's huge in Brawlhalla terms. When we're looking at that graph, how do you do that and then be like, okay, everything's fine. I'm gonna do this one now.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna turn the heck up and pretend like that didn't happen. That's rain running off of a duck's back.
Rain running off of a man. What are you doing out here, man? No, I mean, honestly, what it was you look at that first stock, and that was Wess and Power Ranger making a good play.
Yep.
But we have even better play coming out from Kyna, doing exactly what we've been talking about this whole time, making opportunities, finding these opportunities, and capitalizing, and not overextending on anything. That's why you can't KO.
Power Ranger taken out. And it's crazy because at first, Wess was the one who you take him out early and like, okay, cheer for a second, but he's going to come back in and he's going to destroy you. All of a sudden, Kyna's the one doing that.
That's right.
Sack is the one doing it. It's gone completely the other direction now. We see a fall coming out from Kyna. Sack is the healthy one here. He's putting out so much damage. All these follow-ups, this double axe is doing so well.
Doing a great job. Look at the down airs, just back to back to back. Finally gets sent off the side. Don't really get to capitalize on Kyna being alone, but man, Sack is still holding on to this first stock. Almost had it. Kyna lands a good Sarah on the Power Ranger. They are swinging away. There's so many axe swings going on. What a down signature.
Oh, Kyna still couldn't grab that one. Wes going to get over. You saw that little hesitation before moving back. Had to just change up that timing a little bit in case Sack thought that one was going to be free.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. You're all alone. Can you survive and get some hits? That down sig did not work this time for Kyna. That has been collecting a lot of bodies over the time of this top four.
But even though it missed, Sack was there, got the punish on top of it, eventually leading to the KO of Power Ranger. We now have 4 stocks to 2. Kyna and Sack are already up 1-0 after this bracket reset. Kyna down on final stocks. Power Ranger and Wess still definitely not out of this game whatsoever. We've seen Wess survive in worse odds.
Yeah, they're not out whatsoever unless something like that happens.
Then all of a sudden, they said this game is over, and Sack wanted to pick up 5 KOs for that one. A lot of damage coming out from these double axes. And if we're talking about 4 axes across the board, but who by far has the 2 scariest axes? Tell me, Zip.
I'm telling you right now, it's Kyna and Sack.
You're exactly right.
Jeez,
you're exactly
Louise. Right. We saw 500 plus coming out from each of Kyna and Sack, and then we saw 340 and 215 coming out from Power Ranger and Wess. That's a team total of 555. Sack did more damage.
Oh, goodness.
Sack did more damage alone.
Goodness gracious, that, man. We're talking about the two best axes in the game. The axe of Kyna and the axe of Sack both did more damage than both weapons of the two other players individually. Incredible work. Incredible turnaround. Wess, here we go. Back on this character. Back on this knight. Hoping he can slay the dragon that is Sack and Kyna.
Man, to think that you were on winner's side grand finals and it is happening like this, that's a rare sight. Generally, I mean, I talk about this from game to game, especially since I'm a fighting game fan. Most of the time, the grand finals person or team is the winner. And to see, it's been... isn't it just one game gone in their favor so far?
Yes, it was one game. It was the first game of Grand Finals that went to Wess in Power Ranger. Boom, 3 in a row from Kyna and Sack. Now, boom, 2 in a row from Kyna and Sack. There's a possibility that it might be a full 6 in a row from Kyna and Sack after dropping only a single game.
It's definitely a possibility, but they're getting a great start here in this round.
Nice.
Well, okay, kept his tide. Okay, taking the lead. Power Ranger must live. Do not get hit, and you can rack something up. Uppercut coming out clean from Sack.
Now we're seeing this return to these characters that Power Ranger and Wess were playing earlier. They're hoping for the success that they found in Game 1. We are now at an even game, about 1:20 into this game so far. There's a nice sidelight neutral air. Sack hoping he can go for the recovery for the nice 3-piece. Didn't quite get it. A little bit of team damage coming out there. Not too bad whatsoever, though. Nice follow-up. Turn that one into a 4. Oh, my goodness. Kyna and Sack. Oh my gosh. And the weapon toss. The dodge was burned after the neutral signature. Thought he could go for something cute. Thought he could go for something cheeky. No, sir.
That cute stuff don't work over here, my boy.
Oh, no. This is Grand Finals. You can't be getting cute in Grand Finals.
You can't be getting cute in Grand Finals. It's time to get ugly. You feel what I'm saying? And here we go, the side air from Power Ranger, trying to get rid of the stock of Sack. But over time,
he got it again? He somehow got... Okay, that signature is probably one of the best for that because you burn your dodge early and then it lasts a long time as it moves you so that you can use it again faster than you might think. That's really surprising to think about. I've never really noticed that. Because it lasts so long, it seems like you get your dodge back more quickly just because you can then use that move again after it seemed like it just ended, but all of a sudden your dodge is back, or he's just cheating. I don't know, man. Sack, I swear, Sack looks like he's doing stuff that is not allowed in this video game.
Oh,
he's too good.
Goodness. Sack has really been the catalyst for this team. Sack has been, wow. He's going to still live. Tried to go down to save the teammate. Popped in the top of the head by a spear throw. And there we go. One game on the board for the red team, staying alive here in this grand finals. But what I was going to say is, so Sack is the catalyst because Sack has been super aggressive and accurate, really landing a lot of the blows and staying relentlessly pressuring on the opponents. And then that's where I didn't notice why this was even possible for Kyna to play the way Kyna's been playing. How I've been saying Kyna's choosing the moments and picking where they want to strike and not really getting hit. It's because Sack won't leave them alone.
Yeah. Sack is like the little gnat around your head that you can't get rid of, but also he's doing a lot of damage getting KOs.
Yeah.
So he's like a hornet around your head that you just can't get rid of. He's stinging you on your forehead, and he's stinging you on your hand, stinging you on your back, and you just feel like you're just swatting all over the place, and you're not finding him. And he's out of his element in this game. Look at the PRs. Power Ranger PR1, Wess PR2, Kyna PR3. Sack, what are you doing here? PR12? Are you kidding me, man? He's doing so well today. What an effort.
We talked about it, man. When you get this high, especially grand finals, ain't nobody asking about no PRs. Nice. Oh, I think that Sack would have been able to get the KO, but either way, Kyna said, get off me, and still makes it back to the stage. Gauntlets in the hands of Sack. Nice protection from Power Ranger because that could have turned into a little something on the side there on Wess.
D-Light recovery. That might have KO'd if we were talking about Brawlhalla, but no, we are on the Demon Island. Nice D-Light into the recovery. That ended up KOing. That was a solid KO. See if Sack can put out some damage as Power Ranger coming back in here. Everybody is on their second stock.
This is a really good look for Wess and Power Ranger because they are in this, right? I don't remember the last game where it was this close at this point in the game.
and them picking up a victory there, denying the tournament victory for Kyna and Sack, having more experience under their belt in these situations, this could be the huge momentum shift. The fact that Kyna and Sack got so close and all of a sudden it starts to be taken away from you, that is a mental destroyer if your mind is not a steel trap, if your mind is not unbreakable.
I agree with you, my boy. This competition life is not for the faint of mind or heart. Nice gravity cancel down signature from Kyna. Kyna has landed so many of those, and Power Ranger with the recovery on the blasters landed so many of those. Another Sayer might be the stock for Sack, but the Sayer is going to be off of Sack and getting Power Ranger stock out of there.
Let's see, that Sack on final stock. Kyna going to do his best to stay alive, but the double KO is coming out from Wess. Everybody on final stocks, Wess, Power Ranger, need the victory here to push it to a Game 5 situation in the bracket reset. Sack and Kyna need the victory here to take the entire tournament home.
If the blue team wins, they are the champions. You know they wanted the ground pound's good. Wess is in danger. Wess is in danger. Recovery from Power Ranger is going to save the day.
Kyna saw the save coming and almost perfectly placed that signature that would have gotten the KO. If Kyna and Sack end up losing this game and possibly lose the tournament, that would be like the one heartbreaking moment that would haunt me for the rest of my life. But we'll see if they can take this. Another D-Sig comes out and gets punished.
Gosh.
Sack taken out of the game. Kyna in the 1v2. Oh,
and
the double D light. There's the side air. You called it. You knew it was coming, Zip.
Oh, my goodness. What a game.
Bro,
he turned around, threw him back, Power Ranger with the coverage.
Here comes the D-Sig is about to come out. This almost likely won them the game. Oh, just a little bit too late, man. That is going to weigh on the brain. Because look what would have happened. They would have had the 1v2 situation. Power Ranger was in the yellow, but so were Sack and Kyna. It would have taken so much damage to actually turn that into a red team victory because of that D-Sig missing. That's so tough to see. But we're going into a Game 5, and let's be real, Zip, that's awesome to see.
It's awesome to see Game 5 in the reset of Grand Finals of two teams that have really been turning it up. I love seeing the adjustments from each team and get adjusted over the top ropes up into the top skies. That Sack KO is a very good start for the blue team. Are they turning back into the ones we saw start this reset?
Oh, Power.
Oh, my goodness.
Power Ranger. He thought he had it, didn't quite have it. Of the crosses that we've seen today, it seems I don't want to call Power Ranger the weakest one because he's in the grand finals, but I feel like his cross is not having the impact that a lot of the other crosses in the game that we've seen this weekend have had. So maybe with some more practice, Power Ranger can really start using the side sig on gauntlets, the neutral sig on gauntlets, because that's one of the there are many reasons to play cross, but that is certainly one of the main ones.
Yeah, I think the fact is, yeah, he's kind of just playing gauntlets and not really sigging very often. But he's doing a great job of using the tools allotted to him as in weapons. He's getting a lot of KOs with the recovery of the blasters, and he's definitely doing a good job throwing hands. He's throwing good hands. Oh my gosh, your teammate was gonna make it back. Kyna was gonna get back and trying to save him. Sack gets the KO, but takes out the second stock of Kyna.
If they can get Power Ranger out of this one, that would almost nullify the lead, except Sack is now also taking a ton of damage, while Wess, all of a sudden really healthy. The D-Sig from the left side of the stage, sending to the right, not going to take Sack out. Power Ranger stock is gone. Now Wess, all of a sudden, is taking so much damage here. This game is truly going so back and forth. It's that tug of war that we mentioned earlier.
You can't tell what's going to happen no matter what we call.
Okay.
That was very good. Team combo.
This is huge.
This hurts. That's so good. You racked up a lot of damage. Don't let Kyna get taken out. Sack is way too hurt on the second stock to even consider.
Oh, Kyna.
There it is.
Kyna cannot fall here. Yo, Kyna putting so much pressure, even burning the dodge in the air. That side air is going to bounce Kyna off the stage, take away some of that momentum, not leading to the edge guard situation. Sack has to do what Sack has been doing the best. Kyna can run around, do a little bit of damage here, avoid hits, let Sack run wild in the background. He has to be that background player. He's not in the worst spot here, but he does
Oh
have to watch out
gosh.
for the neutral signature. Wess and Power Ranger are your South American 2v2 Summer Champions.
I cannot believe we literally just watched them get 5 games straight ran on them, only to watch them reverse 3-0 at the very end. It was almost over. They even almost lost the very last game before they started the run. That was wild to keep that composure and turn the tides like that.
And I love that it was eventually done with the Orion pick. That Wess kind of started with for the beginning of some of these sets today. Not only just the Orion pick, but in true Orion fashion.